Hi guys, and welcome back to the Sportfish YouTube channel. I'm joined today by Jo Stephenson. Hi Jo. And today we're going to be looking at a bit of carp on the fly. Now certainly over the last probably 10 years and particularly the last 2 or 3 years with really hot summers, carp on the fly has become an awful lot more popular with people. When the trout fishing has really tapered off in the hot months of June, July and August, it's given us a chance to not put that fishing tackle away and still go out and get our string pulled. So today we're at Manor Farm Fishery and hopefully we're going to get ourselves a few carp.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. We've only been here about 10-15 minutes and there are lots of fish up on the surface, milling around. So we're going to attack them on the surface, hopefully get them feeding nice and freely. And Jo's going to land us a few carp and give us some hints and tips on how she does it. So we're going to crack on, get ourselves tackled up and set up all our gear and join us to see how we get on.
Okay, hi. So we're going to go through some of the equipment we are going to need to successfully fish for carp. It's fairly straightforward, same setups as most fly fishing, but what I would recommend is something like an 8-weight rod. Some of the carp that you're going to aim for can be quite big and they are quite strong, so an 8-weight is going to be perfect because it's going to allow you to keep control of that fish and not let it really wear itself out, so we can return it quite quickly to the water. If you only have a 6-weight, that's not the end of the world. I've fished for plenty of carp on a 6-weight. You may just need to be aware of what you're casting out. I probably wouldn't recommend going for like a big 40-pounder on a 6-weight. In terms of lines, for this time of year, floating lines are perfect because we're going to be trying to aim for surface fishing. So float line is brilliant. Lead-wise, I tend to use something like a 12-pound straight through. They're often quite close to the kind of fishing we're going to be doing today, so you don't need to have that beautiful turnover and perfect presentation. So a 12-pound straight through, just keep it simple. Going on to what we're going to use to tempt the fish to us, i.e. the flies, we are going to use some biscuit imitations. So something like this where we've got some deer hair and they are designed to look a little bit like a dog biscuit, and you might be thinking, oh, that's a bit cheaty. We're going to be using some bait as well, but the idea of this is to get the fish feeding, get them competing for the food, and then they get a little bit more careless, and that's why we can tempt them with one of these. Sometimes these ugly things I have used in the past. These I call a swamp donkey fly, and these have been used for when I have seen, and it's quite, you don't see them very often, but a few tailing carp when they've got their heads in the mud and looking for worms and bits and pieces, but hopefully that's not going to happen today. Other options you've got are foam bugs. Again, you can get them feeding, pop in a bug, and then something that's floating on the top with a little bit of a marker so you can see it. And those often will fool the carp into thinking it's dinner time. Going forward, safety-wise, we want to look after the fish, so you must make sure you've got a nice big thick landing mat and a nice big net, plenty of space to get them into. So yeah, let's put all that together and see if we can make something come to life today. They're feeding out front here, so we'll just pop that there, see if we can get greedy. Okay, we've got a bit of a feeding frenzy going on. Okay. So they're quite strong, so you give them a little bit of leeway. As with all fish, keep the rod high, keep it tight. A little common. Not particularly big one, but He's still got some beans. In the net. Okay, so he's still quite lively, and the hook is out already because it was a barbless, so that just pinged out. Okay, so we've popped out some biscuits now. We're just getting them feeding on the surface. They're very noisy, little piglets, and the good thing about this kind of carp fishing, when we're at a little lake and there's lots of carp here, is, especially when you're new at it, you don't actually have to cast that far. Even in this wind. I'm just gonna pop one out over there. My casting's not particularly great today. Okay, so I can see there's quite a few just milling around. And there's one just coming up under it now. Having a look. Oh, spat it out. They have really soft mouths, so they're very sensitive. So you do need to be a little bit, you have to let them suck it in, but you've got to do it before they spit it out again, which is the fun in this game. This is a really little carp here, just having a little look. No. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to give this one some time to wear himself out a bit. He's going deep. And what they often like to do is try and get, like this one's trying to do, get into the reeds. So this is why you need a decent weight rod, so you can kind of encourage them not to go there. Just keep them out in the, he's really trying to get down into some undergrowth, which we obviously don't want him to do. So, and sometimes it's good to pop your whole line in the water so they're fighting the line against the water as well, just to tire them out. Okay, so he's gone back into the middle. Just holding there, just holding him. Hold it there whilst I just get the rod. The net. Just put that there. Okay. There we go. That's a nice fish. There he is. Just going to pop him back. He was greedy. Oh, mirror cup this time. Nice. Hey, buddy. Nice little mirror. That's it, good. Okay. This one's got a bit more beans in it. So he's going to try and head into the cover and try and keep him out. He's gone down, but they're obviously often misleading as to how much power they do have, and they look like they're giving up and then they're not. Oh, I like to just get my line out of my way if I can. Good. So we'll just hold him there for a bit. He's just doing his thing. And now the rain's here. Come on. Still not ready to bring his head up. Come on, buddy. Oh, in the net. That was a bit of a mission. That is a beautiful common. Look at him. Stunning. What a great way to finish the day. I'll let you go back after all your hard work, buddy. Off he goes nice and strong.
Well, that's been a fantastic day here at Manor Farm Fishery, and it really is a great place. I've
really
got to say,
lovely.
stuffed with fish. We've had a fantastic time on the fly. Joe's absolutely smashed it. I've lost count of how many fish we've had. With some beautiful commons, some nice mirrors as well, on a various different floating patterns. They've really come up for that chum mixer, just honed in, chomped everything up, put the fly in amongst it, and Joe's cleaned up. So thank you ever so much for that. Thank you to the fishery for having us down here. It's a perfect place whether you're coarse fishing or fly fishing to come and have a go. There's loads of fish in here, so you're going to get your string pulled. We've had a wicked time chasing the carp on the fly.
We have. It's been great.
Despite the rain. The rain's been in and out all day. We've been diving for cover, covering the cameras and stuff, but despite the weather, fish have been on top and they've been very obliging. So I've had a brilliant time.
Yeah, thanks, JT. It's been awesome.
Bit of a trip up,
Yeah.
but yeah, really thank you, Joe. Really enjoyed it.
Thanks for coming up.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, hit that bell notification next time so you get told every time we release a new film, and we'll be back with more fishing content, helps, hints and tips from experts like Joe very soon, so stay tuned.